Want to know two of our favorite tips to maximize your investing potential? Have you ever thought about what steps you haven't considered to improve upon your overall investment picture? Hi, I'm Garrett Ray, financial planner here at the Wealth Guardians and the Ray Financial Group.
And I'm Brice Payne, and once again, you've entered The Vault, the Wealth Guardians video series on all things pertaining to retirement planning. Down below, you see those like and subscribe buttons there. Feel free to click and subscribe on those if you want to catch future episodes of The Vault with Doug, Garrett, and myself. In this episode, we're going to go over a couple of easy, quick financial tips to help secure your retirement future. All right, Garrett, you've put these to paper. Let's go over the first one. What's the first tip that you've got for securing a financial retirement secure future?
Yeah, really just your overall kind of future, your investing future. Tip number one, always, if you have an employer-sponsored plan available to you, whether that's a 401k, a 403b, some of you in 457s or TSPs, make sure you are participating in that program, particularly if that company offers a match. So a common example, you may be asking, what is a match? A common example may look something like this. Your employer may say, we will match 100% of your contributions up to 5% of the employee's salary. So what does that mean? That means that if you contribute 5% of your paycheck, whether that's every month or every other week, then your employer in turn is also going to kick in that contribution. So that means that in the course of a year, 10% of your salary has gone towards those investments. That's a great deal. Do not pass up on the free money.
Do not pass it up on the free money. Exactly right. Here's another way to look at that. Let's say that you make $100,000 a year. Your employer and the forces that be decided that your job is actually worth $105,000 a year.
That's right.
They pay you $100,000 of that through your salary, through your paychecks. But the other $5,000, they pay you via a 401k match, but only so much and as long as you contribute to your 401k. So if you're not contributing up to that match, you're only taking $100,000 of that $105,000 they're willing to pay you. So you might as well at least get that by jumping through the hoop of contributing to your 401k.
Beautifully said, Brice. I agree.
All right, very good. So that's tip number one. Always contribute to your employer retired sponsored. How am I supposed to say this?
Employer sponsored plan.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah. So let's go into our second tip that you got for us, Garrett. What's number two here?
So tip number two, if you can contribute into a Roth IRA, do it. Roths are very powerful. Did you guys know that if you've had a Roth account open for 5 years, and you're of retirement age, meaning you're 59 and a half or older, then you can take out both the principal, meaning what you contributed into the Roth, and the growth over all those years. You can take that money out completely tax-free.
No Uncle Sam in the picture.
No Uncle Sam, and even you get a little bit of a legacy goal here as well. Even if you are no longer on this earth, your beneficiaries also inherit that.
And they don't have to pay taxes.
And they don't have to pay taxes. So think about that. So the power of a Roth IRA, if you can contribute to it, is massive. And so it begs the question, how do I contribute to a Roth IRA? Well, there are some limitations to it. So we're going to pull up the graphics here. Feel free to pause the video here if you want to study it a little bit. But there's two things that limit us into an IRA. First and foremost, how much can we contribute each and every year? Well, that depends on our age. Are we less than 50 years old, or are we 50 years old or greater? So we can see here that if we're less than 50 years old in 2023, we can contribute $6,500 per year. If we're 50 years old or older, then we can contribute $7,500 per year. Now here's the other catch. We can only contribute to a Roth IRA depending on how much income we make. Specifically, we can't make too much income. So that depends of our tax status. Are we filing taxes as a single person, or are we married and filing jointly? Let's take a look at those. So if we're a single person, what's our income limit? We cannot make more than $153,000 per year. If we are married filing jointly, we can't make more than $228,000 per year. we phase out of Roths at that point, and only traditional Roths are available to us. But if we find ourselves single and making less than $153,000 per year, we should contribute to a Roth IRA if we can. If we are married and we're filing jointly and we're making less than $228,000 together per year, we should contribute to a Roth IRA if we can. And so take advantage of that tax-free growth over time.
Yeah. Now, Garrett was just talking about contributions. We have a number of videos on IRA to Roth conversions. We've got one that shows you how helpful that can be in your retirement. We're going to put the link to that Vault episode right up there if you want to catch more about IRA to Roth conversions. A little bit different than a contribution. So Garrett was just talking about contributions there, but very important. And also Garrett will mention that many 401k or employer-sponsored plans often have a Roth component to them as well. So if you would rather contribute to Roth or after-tax monies as much as possible, maybe you've sat down with your financial planner and you figure that's the best route for you to go, see if your employer-sponsored plan has a Roth component to it, and so that you can contribute after-tax dollars rather than pre-tax dollars. Having said that, almost all the time, if there is a match, the employer match is always going to go to the pre-tax side, but that doesn't mean that you can't contribute to the Roth side yourself. And that doesn't have limits like a Roth does. So you can contribute a lot more after-tax dollars to a Roth plan through your employer-sponsored plan than just through a Roth IRA, so to speak. All right.
Couldn't have said it better, Brice.
Very good. Thank you. Now, I know Garrett didn't leave us with just 2 tips. He's got something in the Christmas bag here. And so, Garrett, you got a bonus tip for us as well.
Yeah, I do have a bonus tip. And this is more around kind of a little bit of philosophical or the philosophy around investing. And, I always tell folks, if we can, make investing just like paying for your Netflix subscription each and every month. So, if we're paying for a Netflix subscription, it comes out of our checking or our savings account automatically each and every month. I don't care if you're contributing $5 to your investment accounts per month or $500 to your investment accounts per month. Automate it. Get it out of sight, out of mind. And over time, what you'll see is that you'll start to see those accounts grow and you'll start to look forward to it. And you'll say, oh, okay, it's the first. My investment's coming out today. Let's see how that mutual fund's grown, or let's see how that ETF has grown. And you'll start to get excited about investing and use that compound growth over time. It's a very powerful tool.
Great philosophy, Garrett. Very zen. I like it. Yes, just dollar cost average into that account. Don't only put your contributions in when you think the market is down or when you think it's going to go up. Just dollar cost average, particularly if you're younger. Get those contributions happening so it feels like a habit, and then you never have to think about it. Perfectly said.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got the 2, and then you got the bonus. Do we got anything else, or does that more or less cover it for this week?
I think we covered it. That's 3 really helpful tips.
3 great tips that you didn't have just a few minutes ago. Think about that.
That's right.
That's right. All right. Well, again, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below there if you want to catch all other kinds of vaults with Garrett, Doug, and myself, and tips on how to best prepare for your retirement. I'm Brice Payne.
And I'm Garrett Ray.
And remember, the markets aren't going to wait for you. This has been The Vault.